Oh man, dude, I'm feeling really good right now. Like you have no idea. So busy day. Kind of hope that I was able to do this a little bit earlier, but fortunately not. This job I'm going to right now, change out some electrical outlets. I'm gonna try to do it quick. I mean, I know that most jobs you want to, especially when you're getting paid hourly, you want to kind of be thorough and take your time. I'm gonna be thorough, but I'm gonna have a hustle in it because I got some stuff I got to mail off by 5. So, yeah, one of the things that I've always like tried to talk about is like no matter what you're doing to make money, make sure you enjoy it. And one of the things I loved doing back in the day, making money was selling Pokemon cards and Magic cards on eBay. And you know, I did pretty good. I pretty much doubled my money back then. That was back when I was weighing packs. So even when you weigh a pack of Pokemon cards, it was still a gamble whether or not you would get something of value or just a bulk rare holo. So, so I probably doubled my money, you know, after PayPal and eBay fees and whatnot. So what I'm doing now is I'm doing small investments with a quick return, and I've already tripled my investment, doubled my well, more than doubled my profit, doubled my investment just profit alone. So what I did this morning is last night, because I do this all the time. I look at people selling Magic cards, different collections, because Magic, I love Magic because of how it retains its value. Whereas Pokemon, some cards retain their value, but when there's a dip, that dip hits pretty low and it kind of hovers for a while. Whereas with Magic the Gathering, you know, you have a little bit more long-term stability. There are some market shifts here and there, but for the most part, you know, you can get safer bets on Magic as opposed to Pokemon. Given said that, at the house right now, I have roughly $100 in Pokemon and Magic cards. Now we're talking cards of value, not any bulk. I don't include the bulk, but obviously. But so what I did this morning, last night I was looking at a Magic the Gathering collection, and this girl, I looked at her profile, at the picture that she put on her post on OfferUp, and man, like the quality of the pictures was really kind of bad, so it was really kind of hard to make anything out. Two things did stick out to me though. There was 2 cards that had any kind of value in the pictures that she showed, and that was a Flooded Strand, I believe, and Bloodsoaked Mire, or it was a blue, it was the blue black Painland, Fetchland, I don't know, from the from Khans of Tarkir. And basically, I was looking at $50 roughly worth of land cards, just 2 cards, and it got me thinking, wow, there's probably some more stuff of value here. And so, but I was like, there's no way there's $100. And I guess the reason why she offered 100, like she asked for $100, because she had like crazy play mats and stuff like that, and a whole bunch of sleeves and deck boxes and all this stuff. And I was like, all right, you know, this can't be anything crazy. I'm interested just in these lands alone. I mean, I don't care about any other stuff, but just on the potential of what those lands have, there might be more, so I'll be willing to take a look. And I was thinking like maybe $50, but I don't really want to go more than that. So I'd meet up with her this morning around 9, and she has this big box, and I'm like, oh wow, it's a lot of stuff. I already know off the top of my head it's gonna be a lot of bulk, a lot of commons and uncommons, a lot of stuff not of value. So I start going through it by her minivan, and some things point out to me, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting. What really pointed out to me more than anything else was a Windswept Mire. It was a play set of them. They're running $15 a card. And I'm like, okay, so there's some value. There's $60 in cards in that play set alone. All right, so you know, once I saw that, I knew that there's the other 2 in the binder. I was like, all right, there's easily like $100 worth of cards. I'm still gonna have to sell them. It's all about me making a profit. So I was like, look, You have some things here of value, but most of this, honestly, it's trash. I know I don't want to lowball you or anything, but I'm not really interested in the playmats. And the playmats there is some value to, but I have playmats. I don't need them. I don't want them. I guess I could offer you $40 for the cards. And she's like, oh, you can just take 40. You can take everything for 40. I really just don't want it. I don't really know the value of anything. I know that there might be something in there good, but I don't have time to go through them. So I was like, well, $40 work? And she's like, yeah, $40 work. Take it. And I was like, all right, sweet. So I went through, in the land cards alone, just the land, there's like $120. If I were to resell them myself, go through the process, blah, 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 blah. So what I said earlier is about doing small investments now with a quick return. That's where I was doing the TCG Player buy list option. So you sell the cards directly to TCG Player and other stores that are looking for certain cards, and so I sell directly instead of having to list on eBay or even having to list on TCG Player. I don't have to mess around with clients and this, that, and the other, and people that are buying and mailing off. Like, that entire headache of selling the cards is gone. I do take a hit, and I would say it's roughly maybe about a 30%, maybe 40% hit, depending. You're not going to get the true value for these cards, but it's totally good for bulk selling, just bulk selling like all at once. So of the cards that were higher than $2, I threw those out there. Now, it's really hard because I love playing Magic the Gathering. I love it. I don't have a play group, though. So there's not an LGS that I go to regularly. So as much as there are a bunch of cards that I really, really, really want to keep, I had to turn my mind, I had to tune myself out of that. Because there's a lot of really good cards in there. And for someone like me that loves to play Commander, dude, there are some Commander staples in there. Ones that are of value, but I just had to tell myself, no, just get rid of it. So right now it's $158. So that's $110, $118 in profit just off of this one buy alone. Not to mention all the other cards I have in the room. So it's like, dude, I need to do this. So I'm gonna send these ones off today. I'm also gonna go while I can. Hopefully, if I can time it out just right. The other cards that I have, dude, I'm just gonna get rid of everything that I can. That way that I have enough money for the next investment. So, not bad for $40. I'm not gonna lie. So all that matters now is that, hey, I gotta send these off. So the sooner the better, because you have 4 days for them to arrive. So hopefully I get that taken care of. But yeah, there's some good cards in there, and I'm gonna obviously make a killing. And it's funny because I was talking to Fake Wife about it. She's like, "Oh, you scammed someone." It's like, no, I didn't scam anyone. Okay, this is how it works. When someone that buys things is going to then flip them and sell them, they're trying to get the lowest price possible. And a person, when they're just trying to sell a bulk amount for as much as they can all at once, if I were to sit there and to go through it, there's time and energy and all this stuff. It's just how the game works. The person I bought from was happy to get $40 for it. It's not like she bought anything. I guess she broke up with her boyfriend, and when he moved out, that's just some shit that he left there, and he's like, oh, do whatever with it. So, and he had some really good stuff in there, and obviously, if that's the stuff that he left behind, I guarantee that the stuff that he took with him was of far more value. Yeah, a lot of the stuff that I found was actually mixed around with the commons and uncommons. Now, I just took all the rares, foils, and the mythics, obviously, and the Grand Prix promo cards. I'm telling you, man, there are some cards in that collection that, there's a small part of me that's like, dude, I really don't want to get rid of this, but it's like, dude, we're looking at it, even when you go on TCG Player and you input it and you're like, oh, that's only $4, I should hold on to that. How many times are you going to tell yourself, oh, I should hold on to that, that's $3-4? Oh, I can hold on to that, they're not going to give me much for it. If you keep telling yourself that 10 times, there's $30 down the drain. And that, it kind of goes without question. Just sell it, man. Just sell it. Move on to the next one. So, Pokemon's a way different beast, man. I got some Pokemon cards I'm gonna sell too. Only the higher value ones. I'm not gonna bother with anything that's less. I'll just hold. If it's like for example, like for the Pokemon cards, if it's below $7, I'm just gonna hold on to it. But anything higher, I'm just, send it off. Let's do this. You really got to put your mind in this particular section of your thought. You got to put your mind in the right spot, man. When you want to talk about making money, you gotta kind of do what you gotta do. And as much as anyway, so I will be getting back on eBay. Speaking of eBay, there's a particular listing that lasts until tomorrow, and I really want it. Like, I really, really want that listing. Like, you have no idea how badly I want that listing. I'm not going to say what it is, because God forbid anyone sees this live stream and goes off and snipes it from me. But I do have a certain cap of how much I'm willing to spend. And once again, this is one of those investment things. So it's an investment / gamble, because this guy, he's selling a very particular collection, and he's like, look, I don't even know what the value of these things are. I'm gonna send it out to the market and have the market decide, because I kind of need the money right now, because I got a kid on the way. And I'm like, all right. So, and you do that thing you got to do on eBay. You go through their reviews and stuff. It doesn't have any negative reviews. There's another guy I was thinking of buying from last night on eBay. He had a collection, but I looked at it and I looked at the reviews and I was like, no, this guy, the collections that he's selling are garbage. They're hot fucking garbage. And everyone oh, it's so misleading, this, that, and the other. And even going back and looking at the pictures of that particular listing, the pictures alone were pretty fucking garbage. So I'm kind of glad that I quickly ignored that one once I looked into it a little bit more. It's so when it comes to Magic the Gathering collections, you only have the description and the photos to go off of. You don't really know what you're going to be getting into. So, that's the thing with this particular collection. There could be some really good cards in this collection, or there could be some extremely fucking shitty ones. You just don't know. Which is why there's this particular cap that I'm comfortable with, because the whole premise is to get these cards and then resell them. So there is an eBay thing that I am planning on doing. Everyone, just to get rid of the bulk. I was thinking of doing repacks, little grab bags, and just to get rid of them. And you got to kind of. It's rough because I don't know how I'm going to be doing it. So. And, that's another thing with the repacks. You can sit on those for a while, which is why with this particular collection, what I'm going to be doing with it is once I get it, is I'm going to just scan everything into TCG Player, and I'm going to most likely do the buy list again. Most likely. So, just because it's going to be a quick and easy flip, and then any of the residual that's left over, I'll part out as necessary. So, we'll kind of see where that leads us. But yeah, I'm hoping to sell a bunch of these cards so that by the time I head up to Washington, I get that money back. Because obviously it takes time to get money, put into your account from these places. So I need to go on the 95 south. So yeah, I think we stay in the right lane. But yeah, anyway, so I'm headed to an electrical job now, as you guys know me. But the thing about the gig economy is that's what you're doing for work, right? What are you doing to actually better your situation? So this was a relatively small collection. I wouldn't mind kind of like do the slow trickle to kind of move myself up to get some more higher value items, more higher ticket collections. That's one thing that I would love to kind of progress myself into. So if you think of it like this, I started this with $40 on the side. From that $40, I'll make $158. Minus out that $40 for the initial investment, I made $110. So the plan from that point forward is to then reinvest in another collection and then rinse and repeat. So progressively doubling my threshold. So if I spent $40 on this particular collection, the next collection I go for, I'll look upwards about, I don't know, maybe up to $80, depending on what's in the collection. So, but it really kind of depends, man. A lot of people that are selling these collections, the collection I found today, that's not the norm. You don't normally find collections like that. That's a kind of a rarity. That's someone that just has these items, they know that they might be of value, but they don't know how much, and they just want to get rid of them. So they throw a crazy number out like $100, but they're really, expecting anything. So kind of what we really find ourselves, like on Craigslist, OfferUp, Facebook, all these places, the most common thing that we find is people that they just count the cards. They don't understand rarity. They don't understand what's playable. They don't understand, what cards are being sold in which formats. A lot of people don't understand that when it comes to Magic. You see a lot of people that will probably go out and buy a Deck Builder's Toolkit, open the packs, and be like, oh, okay, well, this is stupid, I guess. I'm going to resell this. And they think they're going to make a crazy amount of money, and they're like, oh, here's a bunch of Magic cards. I have 300 Magic cards. I want $45. And it's like, they count the cards. It's like they think that, oh, more cards equals more money. It's like, no, it's all about value. A lot of these cards that you have are literally worthless. Like, they're not worth the cost of the paper and ink that is used to make them. So, and it's like, look, you have some cards here that have some value, but you're asking this much money. That's not even anywhere near what's worth it. So, but yeah, so this is like first impressions for me, because it's been years since I've been selling Magic and Pokemon and stuff. And obviously, I would like to get to the point where I could open up my own store, online store on TCG Player, which I do have an online store account, but I don't sell anything on there right now. I did list a couple things. I'm actually going to go remove them later because I decided just to do the buyout. Yeah, I did take a dip by just doing the buy list, but that's money that I can get sooner rather than later, all at once, instead of parting things out over time. I'm not at a level to where I can put my time and energy into doing something like that. My main focus, obviously, is still writing my book, Shelter, working and spending time with my family. I don't really have any additional time to go in and start, because when you're selling Magic cards, that's work. Sourcing this stuff, listing them, mailing things off, like, that all takes time and it all takes up space as well. So, prime example, like, I have so many bulk cards now from this collection that I bought today, as well as cards that I've had from the past. I need to get rid of all this stuff. So the job's like right up around the corner. I'm here a little bit early. So I'm gonna go in here and be like, hey, I'm gonna test all your outlets, and then I'm gonna go pick up exactly the amount that we need. And then I'll change them out. I just missed my exit. Yeah, that was right. It's fine. Is it gonna redirect me? Yeah. Client just wrote me. We're good to go. Yeah, so, you know, one of the big reasons why I want to sell, like even the cards I would like to keep, dude, it's volume. It's like I have some cards that on the buyout list, these are ones that I have in the closet that are like in storage. So those particular cards, I have a bunch of cards that will go between $3 to $4, right, on the buy list. You know, individually sold, they'd be like $7, $8, something like that. The reason why I want to do the buy list is because that goes back to the whole time and energy thing. So I'm saving time, energy, and all that jazz to, you know, and also it's about volume. If I have 10 cards that are worth $3 on the buy list, that worth $3 a piece, it's an instant $30. Probably the biggest spec card, because I did, when War of the Spark came out, I did spec on a card, Massacre Girl. I have 8 of her, and I love that card. I think it's a great card. Utilization in Commander would be fantastic, but right now it's not going to be used in Standard. It's got a good enter the battlefield effect, but the card itself is so fucking expensive, and if it gets countered, it gets countered. So its utilization in Standard is kind of worthless, which is why I'm just holding on to it so that hopefully by the time, you know, it cycles out, or when a couple other sets come out, it can go up in value. So I bought it when it was $1 a piece, with shipping and everything. It was $12 for the 8 cards. So hopefully it can jump up to 3 or 4 one day. That would be great. If not, oh well. So yeah, I'm right around the corner from my client's house. So I'm actually just probably gonna go there right now because I need to get this shit done. Alright, as always, I'm your oh so glorious and beloved Mace Valor.